Hello and welcome to another beautiful episode of The Comment Lounge on your favorite podcast, Podcastmalawi. How do you do? How was your day? Tsiulanola Tabanj. Talk to me. I'm your friend. I'm here to help you relax. I can even massage your head while you're telling me this story. You'd be surprised, though. You'd be surprised. The people that have dated me,
Okay.
when they tell me if they had a bad day, I just know how to make a day good.
Okay.
It's like my talent. I have a talent.
And then that's when I had a bad day.
Let me show you my talent.
And that's when I had a bad day. And then how are you going to?
I will massage your head. You know this thing, these nerves here?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so you massage them, and then they realize that, oh, I'm falling asleep. But the time that they're falling asleep, they've already given you their bank account. They're telling you, baby, you know what? I want to build you a house. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
God damn it.
I'm very capable.
God damn.
But I just choose to not to steal.
Be a nice person. Okay.
Ndithuma muli banje ngomada.
Ndiko bwino mai kayo.
Hayi feso tele bwino. Akutisunga.
Wati? Kawi yanwena bwanje.
Wiki inali bwino koma ntchito dala umaruka gwira ntchito. Kumadzifuso koma ndikwanitsa. Workload imene ndikwanitsa.
You are ngati baby girl.
I want to live soft life.
And people are not
giving me soft life.
Stupid.
So now I have to work. I have to wake up in the morning. I have to go and work, make money. Can you imagine? But it's okay. It's fine.
It's tough.
But yeah, how was your week?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay. Just what bus. Bola yata wiki yo.
I don't know if I know the massage amene mukwakambao.
Ndikukupatseni ndi. Chapela.
Inde.
Ndoti tikambirane tikamaliza show.
Chapela.
Ndithu.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're not alone. Obviously, you know her. She was here last week.
You know.
I
already know.
And you know me, obviously, we shouldn't even talk about that as well. We've got Ngozo. How you doing? Good. You look good. You look great. Yeah. People who are watching, they're jealous. They wish they saw you. It's just like no, anafata last week. I just know. Anyway, we also have Smalls in the building. How you doing, Smalls?
Brandon, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. So before we continue, before we start rather with the stories and whatnot, what's your take on abortion? Smalls, what's your take on abortion? We were
In what context?
Like, I know you understand what abortion is, but like, is it a no for you? Is it a yes for you? Is it a maybe? Is it something you're still trying to navigate?
I think it's a wide topic.
Mm-hmm.
In what context?
Okay.
Yes, there are certain contexts that I would side with it. There are certain contexts that I would side with it.
Okay. All right. If you ask me about abortion, I just feel like it's something that if the woman wants it, give it to her. Let's not argue about it because that's her body, right?
Sure.
But anyway, today's story has abortion at the center of it, but also still, as always, relationship issues. Can we also just normalize, Goody, aside from us being social beings and working and making money, let's accept, Goody, personal relationships are also at the core of like our stability as individuals. Sure. And the sooner we accept that, the quicker we can move on with life, right? So there's this story is obviously about two individuals, a guy and a girl who have been together.
Oh, muvanga specify because last week timagambirana za.
Ababa tikambirane zora anthu aziwe kuti it's a heterosexual relationship.
Okay. All right, let's go.
This scenario is about male-female relationship. These guys have been together for over 6 years.
Okay.
Ndichibwezi ndithu serious, and they are now in their 30s. They started dating in their late 20s, now in their 30s. So the lady shared the story. She started with saying, I really love my man. He's a good guy. I feel like, our values, they correlate. We timamvana, But to be honest, I feel like the relationship is dragging me or is slowing me down. So I was like, Wanchi, what's going on? And she's like, we've been together for over 6 years. But no, we're clocking 7. And aside from the fact that he's not bringing up the issue of marriage after 6 years, first time we started, like when we had started dating, in the first year of us dating, we were so into each other, like we were having sex all the time, So zimafika bajaboti, we were not even cautious anymore. So then I got pregnant, right? When I got pregnant, I was excited. I told him about it because we were both working, right?
Yeah.
I told him about it and he was like, no. I'm not ready for a child right now. It's going to slow us down. We need to invest. We need to do all this, So we need to agree on you getting a divorce. You getting an abortion. But a divorce. You need to get an abortion.
Yeah.
So she went ahead and got an abortion.
Okay.
First experience wasn't the easiest for her because, obviously it's an abortion. So you don't really know, and you've got these emotions running in your body, and, you don't know how to interpret the whole thing. So first abortion happened. Then they went on with their relationship. Still having so much sex, so much fun. It's exciting. She gets pregnant again. She's like, dude, we're pregnant again. I think this is a sign.
We have to have a baby.
We should probably have a baby.
Yeah.
The guy goes like, baby girl, let me tell you the truth. I'm still sorting things out right now. I gotta push, we gotta work hard, You know how men are like when they want to be motivational speakers, Because he was being a motivational speaker.
Ngozo.
Yeah. If you go to his TikTok, it's just motivation. And Bible verses.
Basiru.
But anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
What? Boring. But anyway, so she tells him, dude, maybe this is a sign we need to have this baby. He's like, ish, baby, they had like a project called Lima. They wanted good alime 9 months down the line, they told on dramas minutes after zizango tela mwana, let's just, go have another abortion.
Okay.
Sharp. This one was interesting because she had to fund it herself. At least the first one, it was funded by the guy.
Yeah.
This second one, she had to fund it with her own income. She went and got an abortion. Back to normal, relationship is going on. And obviously these abortions are taking a toll on her, even in her mental, because she's asking herself if I keep getting pregnant, that means the universe wants me to have a child. But I keep pushing away these babies and not babies, these fetus, and without even giving it the possibility of having a life.
Yeah.
Fast forward, she gets pregnant again.
Good one.
Yeah. She's not even thinking about contraceptives. I think at this point, so adana muza mamuno agana muza kuti izizoma baisa ma contraceptives, you lose your sex drive. I think there's this, what do you call that? This misconception about contraceptives kuti ukakhala ukatenga contraceptives, you lose your sex drive, you're never going to be delicious in bed again, so now I don't want to lose you, so you shouldn't be taking contraceptives, something like that. So they were still doing it without contraceptives.
Okay.
No condom, not even a condom, not even inside. She gets pregnant again.
Good one.
Now this
Awesome.
is when they are drawing closer to year 5. Babe, ndaimaso. What did the guy say?
Get rid of it.
You can't keep that baby. Now, she goes like, why can't we keep this baby? Because I have a stable job.
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Yes.
I can pay my rent, but we're at this point they're now cohabiting.
Yeah.
We are okay. You are doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. We cannot, fail to, we can be able to raise this child,
Yeah.
Baby, he brought up a whole excuse about why he's still not ready to be a dad. Our sister in Christ, she still listened to him, and she went ahead and got a 3rd abortion.
Good one.
Now, year 5 goes. Now our sister is asking, baby, 6 years, Idri.
Mimba,
3 years it will
down
carry
the line.
mods. 3 years it will carry mods. Mimba zitatu down the line. But we are okay.
What are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for? Your friends know me, your family knows me. Babe, you know what? Excuse after excuse. Do we really need to get married? What is marriage about? All these things, eh? Now, she was saying, because 3 abortions, the guy is not being serious. She is really not at a standstill, but she's really tired. I think she has gotten to a place where she's like, what if I get pregnant again?
Yeah.
And then this thing is not doing anything. It's not helping to any point whatsoever. We are not growing as a relationship. I don't want to leave because I have 6 years with this guy. This whole idea of I've invested so much, people know about this guy, all these things. What do I do? She wasn't even asking, what do I do? She already knows what she needs to do, but it's like,
Really?
It's hard for her. I think she has even tried to leave sometimes, a couple of times, but the guy is very convincing and, all these things. She's exhausted. I think she has come to a place where she is faded, but she doesn't know why is this man doing this to her. I don't know, man. When she told me that story, I was like, girl, I can't make that decision for her, because obviously she knows what she wants to do, what she needs to do, right?
True. Yeah.
But how she needs to do it, I can't do it for her, So now that's why I'm bringing it to this court here on the Monday service. Hopefully she's watching so that she can get a few thoughts. And I think there's something that she really needs to hear for her to be able to stand up and leave that relationship. Or maybe she shouldn't leave. Maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. Who knows?
Maybe.
Hattie, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, he doesn't have
Formula.
It's not a perfect science. So she can leave, but I don't know, what if, maybe the other question that she's asked, like, what if he's my soulmate? Then I leave.
After 3 abortions, I mean, so die.
Guys, I feel like Zao Soda, is it? It's because of the decisions that we make, right? Because in as much as we say Gudi Sotas are hard to break, but with will and the right intentions, you can be out of it. It's a very, very difficult situation because I'm looking at it on so many angles, right? But for me, I think I would just come down to it with alignment. And for me, I believe so much in alignment, right? It basically in anything, right? So even in a relationship, I think last time I just talked briefly last week about my older friend, my older lady friend who was talking goody. Sometimes you need to look at a marriage as a contract, because most of the times when people are getting into a relationship, they have different views or different needs within the relationship. So basically, using another word, alignment, right? So other relationships, they work so perfectly because the two people are aligned with each other, right? But what if now you're no longer aligned? Your goals, your needs, your whatever are no longer aligned. You want a marriage, you want kids and everything, while your partner doesn't want.
Is dodging that concept.
Yeah. So then what do? Do you still stay with a person who's not aligned with the things that you want, your goals and everything, or do you find somebody else that you are aligned?
I want to get a perspective from a male. My don't percent microphone goes. Ngozo, you have kids. I'm throwing you in the limelight.
I'm a zero taker, so
See, we are Luga, it's your kids.
yeah.
And it's willing to baby daddy some more babies.
Yes.
If you guys are
I go my good and Marisa.
Omaliza?
I would have with that one.
Two is enough. It's a lot
And a
actually.
boy and a girl.
But anyway, Ngozo, you have kids. So that means you have been through the pressure of someone coming to tell you, I say ndindi mimba. Ndeti bange bwanji. Right? Obviously, muntu akamakufusa iweyo, they want your input, even though they've already made the decision for themselves as a woman, right? Iweyo, from the story, from the get-go of the story, where do you think the mistake happened? The first abortion. From accepting to abort, Gabena telling the guy, Gabena, where exactly? Just her going to get the abortion?
I cancelled somebody. I think it can be last week. Amanduza she's also in a predicament like this. Abort before for a guy. Now she's pregnant again, and the guy is saying, let's abort for reasons, whatever it is. I understand being practical when it comes to babies is true, because you also need to have financial backing hand in today's world and economy.
Yeah.
But if you can do it once, you can do it again. If you discover whatever the biggest problem is, this has become a habit. Because if now we need to have an agreement. I'm not going through this again. Because they're not married, there's no commitment or anything of the sort.
Yeah.
The guy tomorrow can walk up and say, and the aftermath of all these things that's happened, it's on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these guys have created a culture. Because it's another thing. Okay, I say, from then, from here, this contraceptive method, because now you are having a practical say. But I say, in 5 years' time or in 3 years' time, we're getting married and we're gonna build towards that. But these guys don't have any practical plan. So if you tell me it's not like she is in a prison, she has created a prison for herself. Because
And she's refusing to leave.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. No, good is zama sort easy. I think tima zipangitsadoka, right? Because it's not as if you don't have a choice.
What is the initial thought about from a maganizama munet when a woman decides to abort for him? Is he at this point feeling sorry for her? Is he like, now she's my puppet, she can do anything that I want or whatever? Is that because I feel like talking to a guy about your pregnancy and asking him what should we do? Nimonangari zimampasa so kampamvu kena kake.
Yeah.
Like amatha kugulamula the next whatever terms of the pregnancy or whatever. Like, what is the initial thought that's going through a guy's mind, if at all you've ever thought about it?
Okay, I think it's the responsibility side. Men, we always think in terms of responsibility. Right? Not only the baby, but both the girl and the baby. And there are certain guys, me and Mbumba, we're having a good time, but I don't think I can be responsible for you.
Yeah.
Maybe in whatever context, guys build a line in the wrong line, whatever it is. Or else you have seen something that this is not something I can work with.
Yeah.
And there is now the initial baby thing. So you cannot tell me in the normal circumstance, a guy who truly sees the future with you.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
I think
That's crazy work.
I understand in that context. But if you do this thing 3, 4, 5 times, and there is something that is wrong in your relationship, either of you guys are not trying to address that. I mean, as much as I'm proud to be a baby daddy, but there have been also a time I've contemplating an abortion before. And it wasn't necessarily.
It's a normal thing. Yeah.
I don't love her. It was, am I financially enough so that I can sustain one? And she was like, yeah, you know what? I feel like I'm going to keep this. We shouldn't do ABC. So I think, Zima now, if you decide to keep, it's a woman's body. A woman's body, she has a choice. But there is one thing you should understand. It's your body, but the responsibility is of two. I think that's when now you have a conversation. I say, you are now pregnant. What do we do? How do we go from here? So, as much as it goes with the drama, my name, it's 700,000. You on a monthly basis, so even child support, because you now had an agreement. So it's that conversation that people need to have, which we rarely do have.
Yeah, I also want to look at it on another perspective. He said a point in already, like the time that he was contemplating on the abortion, it didn't mean that he didn't love this girl. I think also there's a conversation that most people, they don't like having with their partners is whether they want to have kids or not.
Yeah, that's a very important conversation to be had.
Yeah. So let's say it doesn't mean the guy doesn't love this girl, right? Come on, what if
he just doesn't want to have kids?
He doesn't want to have kids. So there's that conversation, because I think a lot of people, they just assume just because we're human beings,
we all want kids.
Yes, we all want kids. I'll tell you, I
have no plans.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm okay with kids. But for me as a person, you have to go to heaven, hell, and other dimensions to convince me, right? We need to have a kid.
But now they've been together for 6 years.
The time actually really doesn't matter, because I think that also the constraint of time, it also puts people in a mental prison.
Yeah, so I was saying, they've been together for 6 years, going 7. Even the issue of like commitment is not coming in the conversation. It's very easy for him to say, don't do contraceptives because your body is going to change. Go get an abortion because we're not ready. Okay, are you committing to me?
I think, Gugu has a point, and I've thought of the story in different dimensions. Because if this guy has accepted to cohabit with her,
yes,
he's able to provide for her, there is something that he might have to explain to her. Kids, because I cannot be staying with you for 3 years and I'm doing everything as a husband is supposed to do for you. So definitely, Mina in the storyline, she's not complaining of him not being a responsible individual.
Yeah, she said he's
it's about the kids.
It's about the kids. One of the things that I contemplated abortion was because since I was a kid, I've never wanted an ambit. I wanted one. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I saw how my parents could advance in life if they just had
one kid, yeah.
I saw that pressure because I had to grow up fast, and everything. That was like, so me as growing up, practicality in that context. So I think it's that conversation they might have, even though it's too late.
Yeah, at this point it's a little too late. Yeah.
These are conversations where you and I are gonna be in a relationship, but I'm not having a kid. When you said we are gonna adopt, because the ladies, I'll go for a guy who is a baby daddy. I say I don't want a kid. Whatever it is,
you're fine.
They are fine. So this is a conversation they need to have. If it goes over, assuming that the guy doesn't love the girl, but at the same time, there's also something that's going on in what? In his head. So that's a variable we cannot really put.
Yeah, is it there? So there are a couple variables to the story.
Mhm.
Komano, for me, I think my takeaway points in what there are certain important conversations, especially when you choose to be in a romantic relationship with a person.
Yeah.
Right? Because that already at the back of your mind, you have this notion, this relationship is going to develop, is going to lead into marriage, right? So if you are getting yourself into a serious relationship, those important conversations are supposed, and especially when you know what it's a sexual relationship, because whether by accident or by choice, but pregnancy somewhere it will happen. Because even when you're in a relationship, the first you already start having conversation that I think I need to be on a contraceptive because we're going to be engaging so much into sex, right? So you talk about safety and all of those kind of things. So why then those other conversations are also supposed to be had. Say I get pregnant by accident. What's your take on that, right? You as a person, do you want kids? You don't want kids? What's your take on marriage? I think there are a few TikToks when people go on TikToks. I want to do the important questions to be asking a person whether on a first date, right? Not just about what's your favorite color, what's your whatever. So those important conversations, they're supposed to be had earlier on so that when the relationship is going, you shouldn't be surprised. Okay, this is your character.
So now that you've opened up a new arena into the conversation, especially with this relationship, being at the center of of the conversation, what should she do moving forward? Because I think to her at this point, it's like,
For me personally, I would say she should leave.
She should leave.
Yeah, because I'm seeing Kudi.
There's a pattern.
Yeah,
to an extent, there's a pattern.
Not just a pattern, but also at the same time, as I was saying, alignment. Right? Kudi, the things that she wants, she desires from this relationship, she's
not being met.
Yes, she's not getting that. So I feel that she can find a person who would want the same things that she wants. But in as much as Kudi, there's love, or could there's an understanding in the relationship. One of the important things that she wants, she's not getting. So should she still be suffering and just, what is that? Settling for less? Just because I love you.
Yeah.
There's a saying, sometimes love is not enough.
That is true.
Yeah. So I would think she should leave. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though leaving is hard would be hard because she loves this person so deeply. And we are also, like, from the story, the guy seems to love her back. It's just that he's not meeting these two important things that she wants: a child and marriage. Right? So it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Ngozo, what do you think?
I think I've always emotional intelligence when it comes to when we talk about emotional intelligence. I think in Malawi we have a habit we do not express our expectations. So we resent each other because we didn't express something. That we just and at the same time, this has also made me reflect about something. I was having a conversation with So this morning I was making up my mind to give that person a response.
Yeah.
Because if I cannot give you what you desire most, I think it's high time I need to let you go pieces.
So that you can go find it.
We should not deny the fact that there are necessities and there are wants. But all these have to work hand in hand.
Yeah.
There's a point of compromise. To this one, Garimana is a necessity.
Yeah.
For her, yeah.
Yes.
So, as a basic either warenga mimba or samuza uyu or sajota, and that will bring a fracture in their relationship, and their love life will never be the same again. And there's also her moving out of the relationship and dealing with the memories that come with that and that go with that. And that's a very hard place because you have to live with yourself.
Okay.
I think we are no longer good for ourselves. My relationships and my relationships, marriages, as much as I think last time with the bad thing about relationships is we only hear those as many as us.
Yeah.
When they get what you have, but there are 100 more that have
That fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is that also concept. I think this is not gonna work because if we continue, we are too. You can't. I've been in a relationship. You guys are too broken to leave, but also too miserable to stay together.
Trauma bond.
So now you have to make a decision. You know what? I think this is what is called for. That becomes a practical thing.
And with your point, just also remember the point. I think also the one thing that people in relationships forget is the individual. Because you forget your needs, the important things that matter to you, and all of the person that makes you, right? So when people are making decisions, they make it I'm a decision based on the other person. If I leave, how is he going to,
Yeah.
or whatever? It's so hard to leave because he needs me, whatever. But what about you? So you rather choose to be in this kind of a relationship than for you to reclaim yourself. So what is it? So the individual actually, it really matters as well. We don't always have to forget ourselves. What makes us to be us, right? We also always have to keep on thinking about that person, the individual. So in this particular moment, I think she has to go back on the drawing board and ask herself questions about herself, her individuality, right? And I think if she looks at herself as her, she will make the right decision. Okay. So it doesn't matter good if Edinina would ask she should leave or whatever, but when she goes back to the drawing board and see what it's important to her as an individual, she will find an answer.
Okay. Well, that was very insightful. I hope she's watching because I asked her to watch because, we'd be talking about it. It's a very real issue. People get into relationships and love is, somebody said it, I think it's even a famous quote, love is madness. It's not even like madness, it's madness. So the moment you tell yourself, I love this person, they become everything.
Yeah.
And it's so easy for you to forget yourself. It's so easy to leave yourself and start to focus on this love that you have for that person.
Yeah.
So much so that if they ask you for something that you don't normally agree with, like abortion, it's like, okay, I'm not a fan, but we can do it.
Yes.
And they will ask you for many ridiculous things and you will do it because you're in love with that person. And I think it also takes a lot of experience for you to understand that when you start to feel a certain way, then you're losing track of things. I'm telling you, man, experience funiga. But of course, people like Mr. Gray don't agree with me. People like Ngozo don't agree with me. But experience in relationships is very important. I feel, especially for a lot of people that get into commitment or marriages and serious relationships at a young age because they still haven't explored and explored. But I'm not saying explore it in a hoish manner. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying explore with the idea of understanding that not everybody understands love the way that you do.
Yeah.
So for her, I think she's spent a good amount of her adult life. 6 years is a lot.
Yeah.
Dedicating and being with somebody who is okay with you getting hurt, because abortion hurts. It's okay with you going to get hurt. It's okay with, as long as he doesn't get a kid.
True.
You get?
True.
To an extent and a half, love. Because is that really love?
It's a deformed kind of love.
It's a deformed kind of love. But I feel like
we might also be saying, well, it's a deformed, but maybe to him,
that's a way of showing love.
Yeah.
By hurting your partner.
Bossy, people are hurt people.
Yeah, hurt people. That is true. But either way, I really do hope that you realize that it's time for you to walk out of that relationship. If you feel like you still have something to fight for, go ahead. and fight. But it should not come to the extent of you hurting yourself, or it should not come to the extent of you putting yourself at risk because you're trying to maintain a relationship. And you know the interesting thing about all of this is he could not want to have a kid with you. That's another aspect. He could just not want to have a baby with you. He could go out and have a baby with someone else, and then they'll bring the baby at your house. It's very possible.
Very.
So sometimes you really need to weigh, mama, risks that you're taking for this person. Is it worth it at the end of the day?
You know, with that point, you have just jogged part of my brain that was sleeping. You know, he might not want to have a baby with
her, yeah.
You know, and that might also, it sounds a bit negative, but I've met a couple guys with that
mentality,
but it does not come from a bad place.
Okay.
Hear me out on this one, or hear their reasoning why they don't want to have a kid with this person. It doesn't mean that they don't love this person. They will do anything for this person. They will want to even cheat on this person. But I think also sometimes as women, we don't see ourselves, right? Let me cook. It's coming. It's coming. All right.
Cool.
So what I'm trying to say is responsibility-wise of taking care of something. Because I want to have a kid. Let's give a simple example. Having a dog at home, right? I want to have a dog, or let's say, white, right? I love the color white. I want to have white.
Everything.
Yes, couches in my house. But for you to take care of that thing, you don't know how to do that. Whatever. Within 2-3 months, that thing is ruined because you don't know how to take care of something. In as much as it's in your desire to have that. So now when you're in a relationship, we forget our partners, they know our characters. They know what you sanga samalile into. So let's say we have things in the house, we have dogs or pets around, but she doesn't know how to feed, or even to agabela. You don't know how to take care of people. Let's say, well, for example, you have a sister who has kids and she came to drop the kids with you.
And it was just it was hell.
And it was hell for you, right? So hence I'm saying, but sometimes that communication, as much as it's hard to have, but it's also important, right? So I say we can have kids because of A, B, C, D, where you can't take care of kids. It means all the responsibility of taking care of a child is going to fall on me. And for me, I want us to do this thing together. Not everything else has to fall down on me.
I remember when I had fallen pregnant, right? I told the person that was responsible, like, yo, we need to talk because I'm pregnant. And I remember he asked me, so what do you want to do? Right? So I said, I want to keep the baby. Why? Because at that point, I was 25, right? So I was like, I feel like I'm ready to take care of a baby. And I think at the time, I wasn't thinking about finances or whatever. I was just thinking about bringing a baby to this world and then I could just do this. I could just put it on my boob and then, and then, that was what I was thinking about, right? And I told him, I feel like I'm ready. I'm 25 and I'm mature. And like other people would say, I feel like the universe is telling me it's time to have a baby, And he was like, oh, okay. Because I don't think at that point he wanted to fight the idea as well. He was just like, oh, okay, if that's what you want, cool, let's do that. So I had after some time I started to realize that why is it that I wanted this baby? Why did I want to keep this baby? It's because I've grown up with siblings, younger siblings, right? All my life I've taken care of kids. Like I'm a firstborn, so kukabwelana, azibale, I'm taking care of them. So it was like, I think it's like maternal instincts
Yes.
have always been at the back of my, so even the idea of having a kid wasn't like terrifying at all, right?
Yeah.
So maybe for me, it was like a self-reflection to say, I can take care of a kid.
Yeah.
I've taken care of plenty other kids anyway, right? But imagine maybe if she was just one of those people that not even a day in their life have they changed their diaper.
Yeah.
But they're telling themselves, I'm ready to have a baby. And your boyfriend is like, girl,
You play.
I see how you be taking care of those period pads and everything. Because they see you. They're literally your reflection,
Exactly.
right? So you're right. Sometimes they just don't want to have a kid with you because they know that you're not ready.
Exactly.
You can't have a kid.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't want to marry you because they know you are not for marriage. So if they are not telling you they want to marry you, they don't because you are not marriage. You are not for marriage.
But it's okay.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a wide conversation. I'm sure people have different thoughts and
Yeah,
different
yeah.
ideas about all of this. Be sure to put your comments down on the comment section. Yeah, I was about to say comment lounge. be sure to put it down in the comment section. Kuri maganizano ndodani, especially bankani ngadi. Abortions are illegal.
You're winking under there.
Am I winking?
I saw you.
Am I? These glasses are very dark.
The energy was too loud
These
of that wink.
These
I was like,
glasses are
"Woo."
too dark. But yes, also speaking of misconceptions, I think Malawi kunoku, or in the world in general, we have a very serious misconception about abortion.
Mhm.
Someday we should have a conversation around it. And so Banjalan Sogoro, these guys, they're very well endowed with the idea of
Goma know the misconception of my contraceptives.
Yeah.
Contraceptives. Yeah, what do you dry up? Yes, other people they can come. I think
I've heard someone here say that it's true. Am I mistaken?
I don't know.
Wasn't it you?
Okay.
It was him.
I didn't say they dry up, right? There are always side effects. And I've had my guy reproductive health.
Okay.
Because the aftermath, the ABCD. And actually, it's many I would really recommend for people, especially for women because of hormones and everything, is either
Lupo.
my UDI or
IUD.
than the actual medication. There's just so much things around that. I think Mwina, Kifora Watukuno, Tima and
Ma replica.
But those people, they've traveled outside, they get the other ones.
Double bond.
So that was a healthy person. So I didn't hear it from the hearsay.
Yeah. Okay. And
Put him on a dual and David. I think that misconception.
okay, Jabueno. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, because yes, by my misconception in Age, Komaso, as women, we know ourselves. Women, we have different body makeups, right? So, contraceptive it can be very receptive to another person.
Yeah.
But many montuina might have my side effects. So, sitting Komano, I think Antu, they will just generalize. Could he, for not doing our experience again, then they would this thing is very bad to everybody, right? And especially when it comes to guys, because you are just generalizing Zinzona would it for another person, and then you're bringing it to another person. You don't know. Yeah. And especially when you are in a long-term relationship and you have to make decisions about having a kid, and especially reproductive health, the woman, because she's the one that has to carry this child, right? So why are you making so many decisions about another person's reproductive health?
Yeah. So the misconception part of it is something that I guess needs to also be unwound.
Yeah, I think.
Eventually.
Yeah, I think maybe one day, madam,
Tuzabange organize
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can have a medical practitioner to talk to us about.
A medical practitioner.
Yes.
Not of any organization.
No.
Just
a medical practitioner to tell us about especially women's health, reproductive health, contraceptions, whatever, and all of those things.
Yeah.
Us as women, we have to know what one, right?
Yeah. But otherwise, issues of reproductive health is not just a woman-centered issue. Gents, you also need to you need to participate in those conversations. You need to know exactly what you're doing to your partner. You would not want them to be hurt. You would not want to subject them to anything that would break them. Because, these activities, they take a toll on you, man. These abortions and whatever. You start to think negative. Now you're thinking, maybe I'll never have a kid. Maybe this, maybe God hates me. And all these things, they're really things that just end up affecting you mentally and emotionally, and you're no longer the same person. So if you love somebody, why would you want to subject them to something like that? At least understand, guy, before you indulge in some of these things. And also, don't have sex if you don't have a plan.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, let's just be real. Let's not be doing things like we're kids anymore. Don't have sex if you don't have a plan.
Don't.
Just kiss each other.
Yeah.
Just, kissing is nice.
Even the Bible talks about it.
Kissing is a very interesting subject. Let me tell you. Let me tell you guys. When I was young,
okay,
my idea of kissing.
What was it?
When I think about, I'm embarrassed. Like, sometimes I'm like, shit.
What were you thinking?
What was I doing?
Oh, Lord.
Was I just biting this person? I remember.
Now my brain went up. Dude, just say it, because what my brain is doing, the somersaults that are going on in me.
My first kiss was weird.
Mad.
Like, I felt like I had practiced, because I was like already practicing with my fingers. So I used to do this thing where I would like practice with my fingers, right? Am I exposing myself on national television? I used to take my fingers and I would say, this is like the bottom lip and the upper lip. So now I'm kissing you. So I was like, ooh. And I was practicing, right? So when my boyfriend came and he's like, can I kiss you? I was like, oh yeah.
I'm a good kisser.
And I remember I lied. He asked me, have you ever kissed before? I'm like, yeah. So, okay, I thought you said I was your first boyfriend. I was like, yeah, that one was like a truth or dare thing when we were in school. So I kissed someone. I beg, that kiss was very embarrassing.
The good kisser.
I was just biting him.
Jesus.
I was just like,
you were eating. Lord.
He was like, oh, that was nice.
He lied.
I was like, now I'm thinking about like, why were you lying to me?
Well.
So when you want to practice kissing, just practice with another person. Don't practice with your fingers.
How I knew how to kiss is a very sad story. But anyways, it will be a story for another day probably. No.
A what?
I wouldn't cat.
Why? How?
Because I love pets. It doesn't mean that I do things with pets.
Ew.
No, I was actually 3 years old.
Yeah, we wanted to hear that.
Okay. I was 3 years old, brother.
When you learned how to kiss?
When I learned how to kiss.
Are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Do we need to take
I need therapy.
St. John of God?
Truly.
Hi.
Truly. But anyway, it's something that I don't hide about it. So my older cousin, a girl, to be specific about it, I think we even had a conversation about this.
Yeah.
So my older cousin then, and we were doing dress up. So dress up, ugwati, apparently. So my older cousin, and this is a household full of girls, and I was the baby.
You were 3.
I was 3.
Jesus Christ.
So doing dress up, I had gone for a holiday at my cousin's. So I was doing a dress up of Ugwati for some reason. So I happened to be a bride, and my female cousin was the groom. So we're in the bedroom. So they were like, no. If I will be singing, you guys Magamba Wenda in the corridor. Sorry, I have a wild memory. Like, I remember things like a lot. I don't forget stuff. I don't forget things. Thank you. So yeah, we go in the corridor, So they're singing, wedding songs, and we're walking. So she was like, "Oh, by the way, like Tigagaloa, they'll tell us to kiss. So do you know how to kiss?" Me, I'm confused. I'm like, "Well, what the heck is that? Like, let me teach you how to kiss." So she puts her face in my face, and then I'm like, "Okay." It's like, no, you don't kiss like that. This is how you kiss. This is called a French kiss. So she kisses me. I was like, "Okay, sure. I'm 3 years old. I'm rolling with you. I'm not gonna say no. I don't know if this is wrong or right. Okay, cool. So that's how Anna. So yeah, we continue. We go. That's how I learned how to kiss.
I'll hold your hand when I say this.
Thank you.
You didn't have to go through that when you were a kid.
Yeah. I was not going to say that.
Yeah,
I
bro.
was going to say
We're holding, child.
we need to report your cousin to the police.
Child.
Because what was that, man? She was only 3, man.
Well, so I learned early experience. I have long experience from 3 years old, guys.
That's just weird, though. That's weird. What do you mean? Do you know how to kiss? I'm only a baby.
I'm the child, a little baby, but yeah. So
God, I think I'm traumatized for you.
I'm sorry.
Just.
I'm not.
But anyway,
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing. I know how.
And thank you also for sharing how you practiced.
I know.
At least I practiced with a real human being. You, on the other hand, what? How were you holding your hand?
I was practicing with my
Okay, like
fingers,
that.
so I was like, "This is the absolute."
Wild.
Guys, if you were there at my age and what we used to do back in the day,
And also share your experiences. How did you know how did you learn how to kiss?
Ngozo, I've heard things about you in the streets.
Oh, no,
Some
there's no-
things in the streets
What have you heard about
about the way that you kiss.
What did you hear about me and kissing?
I'm just joking. There's nothing about. He's a good boy. This one.
Come on, so Ngozo, share your story, your first kiss.
My first kiss was
Azako kumbuye konda kukuyangana tu. I
I think the first time I kissed a person was not. I think I just was not aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think my first kiss was my second kiss.
Okay.
The first one, I had a girlfriend who was well versed than me. So weirdly, I was in Form 1. She was in Standard 8.
Okay.
And she told me, "I want you to make me feel like a woman."
Ah,
So I didn't know that she was
so-
being bonky. You understand?
Adi bonky
Oh,
bonky.
Nah, listen to me. So weirdly,
Along with Jack, eh?
now it makes sense. I didn't kiss her. I just gave her a wrong hug. Later now,
Is that how you made her feel like a woman?
Shut up. I was a kid. Come on. What do you expect? It was that's when I really had the first kiss because
Wow.
My mom said, "Goody, was he and do you know fat?" Without
Mm,
understanding.
mothers.
This guy.
It's a demon.
So he
Okay.
set me up with this other girl because he realized the girl liked me.
Okay.
So the girl man kama mpelekeza ile kama pita kazi osabwelera.
Ah.
Kama bila kena kona tumiza messages zake. Kazi la Mungu ndondo.
This is cool. This is so fun.
So I knew the practical of a kiss, but I never kissed somebody.
Okay.
So I now hold this girl and I kiss her like for 5 minutes.
Hey.
Like my first kiss was
Yo.
very long.
Come on. Siku nali jeno.
And I was shaking all the way home.
What?
And I just felt like I was naked. Like
Usunaganiza sona mpasa mimba. You know,
Yeah,
that time,
yeah.
like, you can get pregnant.
that night scene I didn't know. That was traumatizing.
Well, 5 minutes, I say. That's sex.
Dude. Unampata mimba guys.
It was interesting. She was a good kisser.
Yeah.
And I had the practical of it, so it was easy for me to flow with her.
Okay.
I think since my first kiss, I've realized, enough for you. If a person is not a good kisser,
If a person's not a good kisser, you have to what?
that's number one.
Yeah, because he likes to kiss.
I love
He loves kisses.
Yeah, same.
Hey,
Same here,
hey,
guys.
me
Like,
too.
ah.
Hey, so like the thing is, if you get it wrong there, Basi kose.
Kwinakosekusizienda.
Eh.
But you know the interesting thing, the funny thing about it is you can also be a good kisser but really be bad in bed. So now that's another conundrum that I don't want to deal with. Because if you're gonna kiss me so well, but you're not a porn star, then how the hell?
Hey,
That's why we
I'm
have
for
you
Henry.
so that you can
I'm
talk about
share experience. Hey, yeah. You know your first kiss. Smalls, Rampa said it's smalls. Eh.
Small. Kiss.
Tell us about your first
Hey,
kiss.
Mike, tell us about your first kiss.
Kutiko. All right. No, but saying it's smalls.
Yeah, so if you're not gonna be a porn star and a good kisser, then yeah, I think we have just messed up the whole connection. But anyway, tell us about your first kiss in the comments section as well.
Yeah.
Tell us how it went for you. Tell us if it was good, was it bad? Are you a good kisser now? Because I know the first time it was bad. Oh. It was terrible.
No.
But me, I was biting. I'm still embarrassed. But anyway, let's wrap up today's conversation. Don't yeah, man, just everything that we just said, don't do it. And kids, don't kiss each other. Yeah,
You get embarrassed when you grow up.
Yeah.
And when you kiss a person for the first time, you impregnate them.
Yeah, you get pregnant. So stop.
You get pregnant. So don't do it.
To the end of everything. Yeah, let's see each other again next week.